everyone, and welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie. I'm curious, do you use chicken style pieces in your cooking? I don't very often, and being an old school veggie, it's normally Quorn vegetarian pieces rather than the vegan ones that I would turn to. But I've noticed the choice of vegan options has proliferated over the years, so I thought, am I missing out? Would these be a useful ingredient to have in the fridge or freezer? So today I'm making up a simple vegetable Thai curry sauce and doing a little taste test. It was certainly interesting trying out 6 brands of chicken style pieces, and I hope you find something useful in this video. By the way, if you enjoy my videos, please click on the subscribe button below, and a big thank you if you're already subscribed. Now I need to make a tasty sauce to pop the pieces in, so let's get cooking. For the vegetables, I've chosen a red pepper, some baby corn, asparagus and sugar snap peas. I've also got some Thai red curry paste and coconut milk and some soy sauce, a lime and a little sugar for fine-tuning the curry at the end. To prep the pepper, I'm simply going to cut it into fine strips. Other vegetables you could use in the curry are courgettes or aubergines. Leafy vegetables like pak choi or spinach would also be nice. I'm going to remove the tops of the baby corn. Then I'm going to halve or quarter each cob, depending on size. Onto the asparagus now. Remove the very ends only and then cut into a few short sections. It's nice to keep the tips whole as they look attractive in the finished curry. Finally, I'm removing the stringy bits from the sugar snaps, a very technical term there, before slicing them roughly. Set all the prepped veg aside for now, while we whip up the sauce. Heat some sunflower or vegetable oil in a large pan and sauté just the vegetables that take the longest to cook. That's baby corn and the red pepper for around 3 to 4 minutes. Add in the curry paste. Make sure the brand is vegan or vegetarian as appropriate and give that a good stir through the veg. Then cook on a low heat for another 3 to 4 minutes. While that cooks, let's have a little chat about the chicken style pieces I'm trying out today. First up is Quorn pieces. These are the vegan, not vegetarian pieces to keep things fair. Quorn is made from mycoprotein, myco meaning fungus, and the vegan version also contains pea and potato proteins, as well as some wheat, gluten and pea fibre. Second, I have some Profusion dehydrated protein chunks, which contain only 3 ingredients, pea and fava bean proteins and some salt. Is it some kind of prototype vegetarian space food? Third, a UK supermarket own brand, Tesco Plant Chef. These are made from a blend of wheat and pea protein, plus tofu, cannellini beans, as well as some vitamins and flavours. In fourth place, it's Richmond no chicken char grilled pieces. If you're curious about the order of these, we're going up in order of increasing price per serve. These are made from soya protein and have some oil, flavourings and vitamins added in. Fifth is the Vegetarian Butcher What the Cluck chunks. Points there for the humorous name, I suppose, but will it help it in the end? Like the Richmond pieces, these are also made from soya plus some oil, flavourings and vitamin B12. Finally, this isn't chicken pieces, the most decadent brand, at least by price point. Also soya based, although a much lower percentage than the previous 2 brands. It has some fava bean protein, oils, starch, pea fibre and some vitamins. Returning to the pan, I've added in the green veg now and I'm just mixing everything together. Pour in the coconut milk and stir that in, then leave to simmer for a couple of minutes. Then it's time for some optional final embellishments. These help liven up the flavours when you're not making a spice paste from scratch. A squeeze of lime, a splash of soy sauce, and a little sugar. You could also add a bit of salt here to taste. Check you're happy with the balance of flavours. I decided to add the rest of that half lime and some more soy sauce. Stir that in. Another quick taste test, and it's perfect this time. So now it's time to move on to the exciting bit, taste testing the pieces in the curry. Keeping the order the same as before, Let's start by cooking up some corn. The instructions say to heat up some corn in a sauce, then simmer for 12 minutes, so let's do that. This 280-gram pack costs £2.65 and serves 4, so that's just 66 pence per serve. For that, you get 10 grams of protein and just 66 calories. The first thing I noticed is that the texture is very soft, considerably softer than classic corn, which also contains egg white. I still enjoyed these mildly flavoured pieces. There I am going back for another mouthful, ignoring how many more types of vegan protein I still have to taste. Now on to our astronaut-friendly chunks. These have to be brought back to life by soaking in vegetable stock for 10 minutes. I thought the dried pieces had a slightly off-putting fragrance. Do you think they look any more appealing now than dry? I thought they still smelled a bit strange. This time, the pieces needed to be fried until crispy before adding the sauce, which was the case for most of these pieces. These chunks cost 95 pence a serving, and a serving has 100 calories and 15 grams of protein. Let's serve up the second brand for tasting. I thought these had a very savoury taste and maybe a slightly strange texture. I didn't love them, I have to say. Now on to the Tesco Plant Kitchen pieces. Let's fry them up. These work out at £1.25 a serving, and each serve has 184 calories and 16 grams of protein. You can probably see it has quite a firm texture compared to the last two brands, so will it score highly? Time for the taste test, and I thought it was very tasty. The fact that I'm having 2 bites probably speaks volumes. A mild, savoury flavour and a pleasant texture in the end. Brand number 4 now, which is Richmond char-grilled pieces. You'll have to believe me that there is oil in this pan, although it looks invisible. I thought these pieces looked quite appetising because they already have some colour to them. This brand is similar in price to Plant Kitchen at £1.35 a serving, with 118 calories and 16 grams of protein per serve. I've warmed them up in the sauce and served up once again. The texture was quite fibrous, very firm. I thought there was a slightly oily taste, but quite nice overall. Next up, the vegetarian butcher chunks. On opening the pack, there was quite a strange aroma to these, but they did brown up nicely. These are £1.58 per serve, so another little jump up in price, and each serve has 104 calories and 16 grams of protein. Perhaps you can see the pieces are quite firm, which would be fine, but I found the texture very strange. The chunks kind of split into layers. I'm afraid I didn't like the taste either, so not one for my shopping list. Now for the final brand. This isn't chicken pieces. The smell of these was quite strong, quite an artificial fragrance. They also had a bit of a strange white coating, but perhaps that transforms into a delicious taste after cooking. These had the hardest texture of all the pieces, during and after cooking. The most expensive of all the brands, a serving costs £1.75 and has 119 calories and 18 grams of protein. The texture of these was too firm and chewy for me personally, and I thought the taste was also not that nice. I wonder, are these more premium products tailored towards meat eaters trying to cut down on their meat intake, rather than full-time vegans or veggies? Is this texture more comparable to meat? If you have any thoughts about this, or any of the featured brands, then please do leave a comment. So, the time has come to reveal the taste test results. In 6th place, this isn't chicken pieces. In 5th place, the vegetarian butcher. In 4th place, Profusion. In 3rd place, Richmond. In 2nd place, corn vegan pieces. And that makes the winner Tesco Plant Chef, no chicken pieces. Well done, Tesco. Thanks for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button below, and I'll see you again soon with more recipes and foodie thoughts from Blue Spoon Veggie.